Just when I think that WWE can't make yet another mistake early on in 2026, they did this to Will Hobbs. Welcome back, everybody, to the Screw the Script. I'm your host, as always, Maverick here. Let's jump right into it, starting with WWE news, then I'll get on to a smidge of TNA news, and then AEW, saving best for last. Powerhouse Will Hobbs has officially signed with WWE. It is not a rumor anymore. It has been made official earlier on today via Fightful is the one that I have up there for you guys to see. I wished him all the best when the news first broke last week. Now it's confirmed, and now it is rumored. Now take this as a rumor. It's not a guarantee thing, but it has been rumored that the trademark of ROYCE KEYS is in fact going to be Will Hobbs' new name. If that is the case, and it's true, holy shit, is that a huge, huge mistake. That has got to be one of the worst names I've ever seen. Leave it for WWE to just completely butcher and fuck up somebody's name when they jump ship to WWE. They've done it so many times in the past. They shorten names or they change names or something just absolutely stupid. Do you guys remember Bearcat? Bearcat Keith Lee. My God. This might be worse than that. I mean, you had Happy Corbin, all these stupid names. They bring in a guy like Will Hobbs, who I am going to miss in AEW. He's still young. He's a big wrestler, perfect for WWE, if I'm being honest. But, I mean, come on. ROYCE KEYS, what are they going to do for his first feud? They're going to pair him up with another person, form a tag team, and his tag partner is going to be named Bentley Wheels, Maserati Spokes, Porsche Hood. I mean, I could go on with these dumb names because that's exactly how dumb this name sounds. ROYCE KEYS. Hit him with the Rolls Royce is probably going to be his finisher name. I mean, the memes are going to go on for days if this is in fact his name. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's a name for some call-up that's going to NXT. Whoever gets stuck with this name, I think it's just doomed to fail. Obviously, you're going to have E-Stands defend this name, but come on, ROYCE KEYS. What the hell? WWE is planning to host not one, not two. Oh no, two isn't enough for blood money. Three premium live events in Saudi Arabia in 2026. Awful look for WWE. They don't give a damn because it's going to get them money in their pockets, but Saudi Arabia is a horrible country to live in. I mean, the women there for the Royal Rumble this, upcoming month are probably going to be covered head to toe like fucking Power Rangers. And it's only going to get worse. You're going to see WrestleMania there. You're going to see Royal Rumble there. It's probably going to be Royal Rumbles first. Then you have WrestleMania. And yeah, SummerSlam. That's probably my guesses. Not only that, but they're doing whatever they can to get more eyes on the product. Apparently, Stone Cold Steve Austin is being discussed for an imminent WWE return. I mean, this is just proof that WWE is in all sorts of fucking chaos backstage with writing, creative, you name it. They have an issue with it. They need, yet again, to bring back The Rock is probably going to come back now that he didn't win his fucking Oscar, or he didn't even get nominated for one. He's going to come back. Stone Cold is going to come back. Undertaker's probably going to come back. Goldberg is probably going to come back. How many fucking times have we seen this rinse, wash, and repeat with the old rags, essentially? Throw out these old rags and use some fresh rags. My God. But no, they are going to keep doing this because it's the only thing that they can do to gain eyes on the product, to get people to watch their big PLEs, because they cannot build young stars. Braun Breaker brought it up a couple weeks ago. MJF with AEW brought it up just this past week. They cannot create young stars. They cannot have young stars at the top holding the belts. Look at all the champions right now in WWE. Not a single one of them is younger than 35. A couple of them are well into their 40s. You got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, both well into their 40s. Push the young talent. New Japan's Evil is reportedly headed to WWE. We're seeing like just a mass exodus in New Japan because this isn't the first guy. Evil is set to debut at some point in WWE. I think it's all pretty much said and done. They've tried to keep it quiet, but he is essentially heading to the WWE. I don't know if he's got a no-compete clause. He could show up as early as the Royal Rumble later this month. In the tie-off on that as well, not strictly WWE news, but could also be heading there. Takahashi is rumored to be on his way out of New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. I mean, like I said, you just saw people leave recently New Japan to join either AEW or WWE or some other promotion, and now two of their other stars are leaving the promotion. They just retired their GOAT earlier this month or late last month. I forget when that event was already, but New Japan might be struggling in 2026. I still believe in their writing, unlike WWE. So I think that they will be fine ultimately, but it is something that I wanted to bring up quick. Now on to some really quick TNA news. Trey Miguel returned to TNA on AMC for their second show. He has signed a new deal. Shocked the world as he entered the Feast or Fired match that they have. I honestly think that whole gimmick is kind of dumb. I really, really do. But, it's TNA. They got to do whatever they can to try and stay relevant, even if it means creating matches that make no damn sense. This comes after Rascals recently debuted in AEW, and Miguel announced on social media that he was stepping away from wrestling for the foreseeable future, where I guess the foreseeable future was 6 days. He's back in TNA. Honestly, though, good for him. Like I said in a previous video, I just wish the best for him. Hope he learns from his mistakes. Obviously, that's kind of the reason why he got axed from AEW. It was a higher-up decision through Warner Brothers or WBD. It was not Tony Khan's decision. I know that clown from New York is saying that it was, but he, again, just spews shit out of his mouth just to get clicks on his channel. But Trey Miguel is back on TNA, and the TNA show itself, it was okay. It was better than their debut show, but that's because their debut show was the worst pile of shit I've ever seen for a debut pro wrestling show. So it really, really wasn't hard to be better than their first show. The show was fine. Nothing that I'm going to remember. Honestly, the thing that I remember the next day after you guys are watching this video was the amount of audio issues. If anyone else watched it, I don't know if you dealt with that on your end, but I had a lot of audio issues for that episode of TNA. Now on to the good stuff, the AEW stuff for last. Bringing back the card up for Dynamite, as Dynamite was really fucking good this past Wednesday. Starting from the bottom, Triangle of Madness had their moments. Alec Price and Jordan Oliver, busting the brain, had such a damn good tag match against FTR, and they're already going to have another match later on this weekend against Davis and Doyle. I love them so much, and I'm glad that they are getting the push that they are getting. MJF appeared, hit his promo that everybody is talking about. That was really good. Death Riders and Don Callis family was as good as I was hoping it would be. The street fight was really good. I guess we are probably going to see the Death Riders slowly turn face. Samoa Joe and Speedball had a war of a match. Really liked that one. Kenny Omega and Josh Alexander had a really just tough fight in their match. They just beat the shit out of each other. And then the match of the night, on my list for match of the year, I know it's still early on, I already have 3 matches on that list. Swerve Strickland versus Kevin Knight. I mean, the finish, the house call mid-air, it was fucking beautiful.
Knight misses, Swerve misses. House call out of mid-air!
Kevin Knight is a absolute stud in the ring. He's got such a good career ahead of him. He's not even 30 yet. This is how you push young stars, WWE. Before the show went live, we actually saw Baron Corbin make his AEW debut as in an 8-man tag match prior to the show going live. Bishop Dyer is what he goes with on the indies. We'll see what happens of this. I know that he's going to be a part of that ROH and Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling event that I mentioned, so it could be something to do with that, the crossover. It'd be cool to see him there long term, as since they lost Will Hobbs, it would be nice for AEW to gain back a big wrestler. Lastly, for this video, we saw that Tommaso Ciampa earlier this week made it official that he is not going to return to WWE, that his contract is ending. I don't think he's retiring. He's certainly going to continue to wrestle, as he filed trademarks. Much better names than ROYCE KEYS. For Psycho King and Psycho Killer, man, would it be great if he signed with AEW and he got the Psycho Killer song. That would be fan-fucking-tastic. And you know Tony Khan would make something like that happen. I really, really want to see him in AEW. I've already said it previously on my channel. I think the amount of dream matches that he could have to end his career is very similar to what Bryan Danielson did in AEW. Just come on over, 3 years, maybe 5 tops, and just have banger after banger after banger match in AEW. That's all I had in this episode of Screw the Script. You let me know down below your thoughts on the ROYCE KEYS situation, other things with WWE, your thoughts on TNA if you watched it this week, and then your thoughts on all the AEW news that I shared. As always, this has been Maverick with Screw the Script. Have a good weekend.